Hello and welcome to today's video, in which we will be discussing the recent comments of Andrew Bailey, the Governor of the Bank of England. Bailey recently played down the risks of a system-wide banking crisis, paving the way for further interest rate increases to combat the UK's high inflation levels. /N/N we're going to be examining what led to this assessment of the banking system, as well as how the recent high levels of inflation have influenced the Bank of England's decisions to increase interest rates. Finally, we'll be taking a dive into the world of non-bank finance, and how the Bank of England is now looking to assess the wider risk landscape. /N/N So let's start with a brief look at why the Governor has been so confident in the resilience of the UK's banking system. After the economic crash of 2008, there have been a number of worldwide reforms to make banks, both in the UK and internationally, safer. These reforms have been largely successful, and the Governor believes that this has been a major factor in preventing any systemic banking crises in the UK. /N/N However, there have been recent problems with banking institutions in the US, such as Silicon Valley Bank, and Credit Suisse in Europe. The Governor is aware of the potential for further banking crises, with the growth of non-bank finance, including hedge funds and pension funds, meaning that there are now different risks which must be monitored. /N/N Despite this, the Governor has been keen to push the Bank of England's Monetary Policy Committee to further increase interest rates as a means of tackling the UK's high levels of inflation. Since December 2021, interest rates have been ramped up from 0.1% to 4.25%, and speculation is rife that a further 0.25-point increase is likely at the next MPC meeting in early May. /N/N Bailey has also highlighted a need to understand the risks of black swans, events not predicted in advance which could have catastrophic effects. We may have seen an example of this when, following Kwasi Kwarteng's poorly received budget, the Bank of England intervened to bail out UK pensions with bond purchases. /N/N Finally, the Governor discussed the Bank of England's stress test, a system-wide exercise including the varying risks of non-banks, as well as banks, to ensure a thorough assessment of the risk landscape. We will have to wait and see what the results of this test are and how it will affect Bailey's decisions going forward. /N/N Thanks for watching and sticking with me until the end of the video. Now I'd love to hear your thoughts on this subject. What do you think of the Governor's assessment of the banking system? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below.